Hey there, welcome to One Take, powered by backers.
No judging.
Yeah.
No judging.
And the millennials are really changing that.
Is charm. No.
All success begins with desire.
I feel like I'm on fire.
3, 2, 1. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to One Take, powered by backers. Justin Fox, Janet Welsh. Yet another episode. Janet, thank you very much for joining me today.
Well, it's so nice being here.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's. I think we had a couple reschedules, but that's to be expected. But I'm glad we got and some technical difficulties. Got it all sorted out. We're ready to rock. So Janet, I'll do a quick intro. Janet, you are a poet.
Yes.
I'm going to do something, and I thought everyone should know it. So glad to have you on the show today. So you actually were connected through David Crothers, who was a former guest. You've got a couple short. I'll let you talk about it, but a couple short poetry books and another one that's en route. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what got you into poetry? And hopefully it wasn't my terrible poetry like I got into there. But what got you into poetry?
When I was in 6th grade, we had to write a poem.
Okay.
So I wrote my first poem then, and it got chosen to be like in a school book.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah.
So you right out of the gate, you were being published. Okay. So there was a little bit of talent identified early on.
Yes.
Perfect.
So then I never wrote again until 2005. I was on a disability at the time.
Okay.
And I wrote a piece that's called A Rainy Day Letter, or if you're down and out, you read that, and it's supposed to boost you up because it's your inner self.
Right.
And then from there, I started writing. I have over 100 poems.
Okay.
And they're not just, just love poems or nature poems. There's a big variety of them.
Okay. That's interesting. So you started out, what would you say, grade 5, did you say?
6.
Grade 6, sorry. I know in your bio it said when you were 12 years old, so I was trying to do the math there quickly. So, okay, and then obviously a bit of a gap, and then you got back into it. What inspired you to write that poem in the first one there to get back into it?
Seasons of Change. I had a bout of, not doing well because I was off work. I have a chronic thing that I get Botox for. So that.
Sorry to hear.
But that's okay. But that's what got me writing again, because they called A Rainy Day Letter, and it's all about me, my inner self talking to me. So, and then I just kept on. It was just, I found it to be, when my parents died, I found grief. That's how I dealt with my grief. Everything that happens to me in life is all in my poetry, all how I feel.
Interesting. So it's sort of therapeutic, I guess, to some extent. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Not to put you on the spot, is there a possibility that you could read one of the poems to us?
I can read a poem, or I can read the Seasons of Change, which changed everything.
Okay, yeah, either or, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Okay, here's Seasons of Change. This is what started it.
Okay.
It says, Dear Janet, I know today you are feeling down and not yourself. I am writing you this letter to let you know that you have come a long way. There was a time when you were like a tree in fall. You start to lose your colors. The beauty in your life started to fade away. As time went on, you became like a tree in the winter, and you were bare and felt all alone. I have watched you struggle and felt there is no hope. Then all of a sudden there was hope, just like there is in spring. I have watched you open like buds on a tree. You were just starting to accept who you are and learning to love yourself again. Gradually, I saw with awe you were beautiful as a tree in full bloom in the summer. You are accepting yourself for what you are. I hope this letter lets you see that you have come full circle like the four seasons, and you can start to live a life one day at a time to be happy knowing who you are and who you can be. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Just tell yourself that you are as beautiful as a tree in bloom. Love your inner self.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. That's yeah. And so you wrote that to yourself,
Yes,
right? And that's sort of spurred on you then starting to write your poetry.
yes.
I like the analogy of the four seasons. So now I guess you're in the summer, right? Of the four seasons, you're blossoming and starting to bloom
Yeah, yeah,
again.
yeah. It's me.
There you go. That's awesome. That's, I mean, to go through, I guess, obviously, I just can envision the hardship or the trials and tribulations and the difficulties that maybe you went through sort of in that, in your fall, winter, to now kind of be reborn and be able to, kind of blossom again and feel good about yourself is great. That's amazing.
Yes. So that's what started the whole thing over again. And
Okay. Is that in the first book?
that is in Mother Nature. I have two books.
Right.
This is Mother Nature. I can show you the cover.
Yeah, for sure. Of course.
Mother
We're here to
Nature.
talk about you. Yeah. Everything about you. Yes, for sure.
Okay. So this is Mother Nature Sends Her Love,
Okay.
and it's all nature poems.
Okay, cool.
This one is with love from the heart.
Okay. So more love poems.
Yes.
And then the third book that's being published right now is going to be a collection of kind of all types of poems, or
More of it's called Purple. It's
okay.
the other side of me. So it's more letting myself out there and know that there's hope in the world, which I think is, but opening up to myself, my other side.
Right.
Yeah.
Might I ask what the other side's color is?
Purple.
They're both they're both purple. Oh, because you said one side is purple. What's the other side?
It's like, well, it's like maybe gold, silver, sparkly.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
so the purple is more of a darker kind of like emotional side.
Yes.
I see. Okay. I was thinking the other way around. I was going to say maybe the purple was kind of like the blossoming flower color, and then maybe you had sort of a darker color. But I get what you're saying. The purple is that sort of like emotional darker side, and then you've got the shiny silver or gold on the outside.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting. So can I ask you to read one of the other poems? I mean, I think
Yes.
I would love to hear one of your other poems. Maybe read a you choose. I don't want to impose.
Well,
You choose which poem you'd like to read, right?
This is the one I wrote in 1962.
Okay.
So let's do this one.
Okay.
It's called What is Love? Love is a feeling deep inside, something that you cannot hide, even though you have tried. You wonder where that feeling is. You wonder if it's true. You pray to God it really lives because it's part of you. So that was wrote in 1962.
Wow. When you were in grade 6,
Mm-hmm.
12 years old.
Yeah. Dave says it's like 59 years later before I went back into it.
Right. Right.
You know.
62. Yeah. I mean, it's 59 years ago from today, right? 2021. Interesting.
Yes.
And now you're back, but you got back into it in 05, right? So you've been doing it now for, 17 years, sort of with the other 100 poems.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was it like as a 12-year-old Janet to write a poem of love like that?
I don't know what inspired me. We had to think of something, and I think at that time, I didn't have a boyfriend or anything, but I think it just, my father was on the strict side.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that, but it's true. He was.
It's okay.
And so
So was mine.
maybe that's
so so was mine. So we're right up the same alley there.
okay. So
God love you though.
anyway,
He was a great dad.
he was, I miss him terribly now.
Right.
But anyway, I think I was trying to discover feelings of myself and what if I upset my dad, why? And, I got into this little shell
Right.
that I know that's terrible to say, but it's true.
It's
And
hey, we're
yeah.
talking about emotions, right? I mean, if
Mhm.
you're going to kind of come out of the shell, I mean, yeah, that's so you're coming out of the shell or you're in a shell
Mhm.
as a result of that. So then,
Yes,
so this was maybe an outlet.
I think so. I really do. And, discovering how I felt, and how I loved my parents, but I was at the same time, I couldn't really show it to my dad.
Right.
Um, we became close after when I was from 2005 on. My parents and I had wonderful trips, and it was just wonderful.
Right.
And then when he died, my mom and I went to she loved Las Vegas. So
Okay.
we were there every year until she had Parkinson's, until she couldn't go anymore.
Right. Right.
But
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
I guess.
Maybe maybe a different, you were going to a different type of Vegas, but yeah, no, that's yeah, but and I
So,
guess I mean, I obviously dads, I love my dad, and I think with a lot of kids too. I mean, I can't speak for other kids, I can't speak for you either. I can only speak for myself, but definitely growing up, I think in a sort of a different generation, maybe emotion or strict or that wasn't, um it wasn't, yeah, I don't know how to even word it or put it into words, but basically there was you just didn't talk about things like that, whereas now I think
yeah,
kids and sort of the advent of the internet and communication and free speech and all these different things have definitely changed the world that we live in. But it's good that you had an outlet, and it's good that you were able to kind of reconnect, maybe even if it was
yeah,
30, 40 years later, right, to be able to
right.
at least have a period of time with them, right?
Right. And he did say to me, he said, if I was hard on you, or if you thought I was being mean, it's because you were my first child.
Right. I mean, obviously they do it out of a good intention, right? They love you, they want what's best, and that's maybe how they're, right. I can only imagine, if your father was probably, early 1900s when he was being sort of raised, right? So it's sort of right. You've got
28, I think he was born.
28, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, that's even, we're talking 100 years ago almost, right? A completely different, for your father, right? So a
Yeah. Yeah.
completely different, way of life, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good. Well, I mean, I guess, Janet, I appreciate you joining the show today. Where can people find the books? Like, so you've got
Okay.
the other ones being published. Are you on social media? Where can
I'm
they
on
find?
I'm on Your House. I'll give you the web.
Okay.
So it's www.
Right.
Your House. So Your House, SPC, S is in Sam, P is in Paul, C is in church,
Okay.
.com.
Okay. So yourhousespc.com. Can they find you on social media? Are you on?
I just joined Facebook. I've been a volunteer for 10 years with the Kidney Foundation, and I went back to school to learn how to put my poems on and that. So I'm just starting to get comfortable with social media. So I did open a Facebook account. It's under Janet Lee Welsh.
Okay, perfect. I was gonna joke and say, are you on TikTok? But I'm pretty sure if you just joined Facebook, probably not on TikTok.
No, not yet.
No, you're
Not
not.
yet.
Not doing any dances on TikTok. You could, you know, what would be really cool. I think this would work. You should get it. I mean, you could probably do this on Facebook, but get a TikTok and just read your poems on TikTok. I bet you a lot of people would appreciate it, and you get a lot of positive feedback if you just read a poem on TikTok, went through the 100 poems.
Wow. You mean what, like one a day or?
Whatever, yeah, for 100 days, yeah, right. Get an account. You could probably do it on Facebook too, just like you're doing here. Just read the poem, maybe to like a musical background, and just read the poem, and I'm sure people would love that.
Wow. That's a thought for sure. It's a big thought.
It's an undertaking, but I'm sure, if the idea is to get the word out and sort of spread the message about your books and kind of about your creativity, that definitely would get the message out, right, into maybe even a different audience that you maybe wouldn't even know would appreciate it, right? But I mean, I think good creative art at any form, right, and this is obviously a form of art, is accepted across all generations, right? So
Wow, that sounds good. Yeah, it's getting the music in the background now.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing with TikTok. It literally, you pick a song, it already plays behind your whatever you're doing. So it's built into, that's literally, I think, one of the major driving things is that it's sort of like an earworm that's built into the whatever it is you're doing. So yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if I mentioned, I did look you up, so
Yeah.
I kind of get a feel. And you were born in New Jersey?
No, that's not me.
Different
Justin Fox. There's a lot of Justin Foxes out there.
Oh,
Yeah, not me. There's yeah, I'm born and raised in Toronto.
well, I wondered because I knew you were in Toronto. I'm originally from Detroit.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
probably picked that up with that.
The slight American twang.
Just a slight one now.
Yeah.
I've been here since '69, so.
Yeah, no, I'm born and raised in Toronto. There's several Justin Foxes out there. One of them I think is some sort of writer for like the New York Post or some sort of Financial Times.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
the
me.
one I got.
That's not
That's
me. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm just a lowly peon in the world of whatever. No, I run a sort of a software company called Backers. We're a online investment platform. That's kind of what this is all about. Just kind of seeing what people do. We help usually entrepreneurs, small businesses, different types of people generate funding or get funding by
Right.
selling sort of shares in their business. And then I run a 3-on-3 professional hockey league. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but all
So you're
here in Toronto. At times, yeah. Couple kids, wife, fun times. On lockdown, right? I mean, this is a virtual background, but yeah, on lockdown, just like everybody else, right?
Yeah. Oh, you guys are there. We went to orange. Are you guys in red or?
We're on full lockdown in Toronto.
Oh no.
Where are you right now?
I'm in London.
London. Okay, yeah. We're
So we just-
we're full lockdown, I think, till March 8th. So maybe another week, not even 5 days. But yeah, we're in lockdown. So we've been in lockdown since November 23rd. So
straight?
yeah, all the way through. Yeah.
Oh,
Toronto's been in
God.
lockdown since November 23rd. That's
That's
yeah, we're coming up on
terrible.
4 months. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Because what is it? Peel and York are in a different.
Yeah. So Peel, York, like some of the other ones around us, Durham, yeah, Peel, I guess, York. Peel's sort of more on the west end, but yeah, York, sort of Markham, yeah, they're all opened up slightly. So I'm actually fairly close to Pickering. So we've gone out there don't tell anyone, but to to get some things, right? At least the
Well, you
mall
have
is slightly
to, right?
open, right? Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. So we just went to this Monday. We just went to Orange with, but you can have 50 people in a restaurant.
oh wow. So that's
And
like
it's
full
good.
open almost.
Well, yeah, but they still tell you to be cautious, you
Yeah,
know.
safe distance, so
So
socially
and
distanced.
and I just go to the foundation once a week, you know,
Right.
and maybe go for dinner.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that's been another big part of my life, and I'm sure helped inspire me to write
Yeah.
is foundation.
Getting out and meeting people. Well, it's good. Hopefully everything gets back. I know my wife has gotten the vaccine. She works at the hospital. My parents just got their first shot yesterday. They volunteer at the hospital, so I think it's slowly start to roll out, and hopefully we'll all, knock on wood, we'll all get back out there, right? So.
Yeah, it's whoever thought it was going to be this long.
Well, I mean, it's literally almost been a year. It was basically, March, whatever, 12th or 13th last year was when they kind of shut all the schools and closed March break, right? So,
Yeah, that's when my mom died, was March 9th last year.
oh, sorry to hear.
And we had to go to Michigan. We
Right.
weren't in quarantine there, and she was the last one to have a funeral.
Oh,
you
wow.
know.
Yeah, it was like right before it all shut down.
Yeah, and we were where we ate. All the restaurants shut down that day at 3:00.
Right.
So we just made it, and then I came back on the 17th, and we were in quarantine over here for 14 days, straight
Right.
home. And it's wonderful that I have such nice neighbors. The
Yeah.
one guy works at the airport, so he knew.
Right.
And they said, "What do you need?" And,
So they were able to
yeah.
get you stuff. Yeah.
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 So
It's been an interesting year, right?
It's been interesting and terrible, but maybe lessons learned. And don't take our health for granted, right?
Yeah. Don't take your freedoms. Don't take all the stuff, right? Family, friends, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So.
I just,
You need to write a COVID poem. That's the next
I
one.
did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be in this new book. the
Okay,
Purple.
perfect. So the new book is called Purple.
Yes.
In stores, or where would people be able to find it?
The same. It's online.
All
Um,
on the website. Okay.
Your house.
Yeah, your
website.
house. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. And that's with David, right? That's where, yeah.
David.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He published me, and I don't know if you know Aiden. Him and Aiden published it. Adan.
Yeah, Niaz. Yeah.
So
Perfect.
yeah,
Cool. Awesome. So
Yeah.
get out there, get Janet's book, Purple, coming out soon, hopefully in the next little bit. Janet,
Yeah.
I appreciate you being on the show today. It's a pleasure to hear your poem and your story of how you got from where you were to today. Everyone else, this is One Take, powered by Backers, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks, Janet.
thanks. Bye
Really
bye.
appreciate it. Awesome. Thank you.
Hey there, welcome to One Take, powered by Backers.
No judging. No
Yeah.
judging.
And the millennials are really changing that.
Is charm. No.
All success begins with desire.
I feel like I'm on fire right now.